Hello. We are back for week 2 of the full deck challenge. That would be hashtag full deck challenge, all one word, sponsored by Shinuki Art. If you remember last week, I completed this one. I did realize that I forgot one step, which was to put in the eyelet. So I'm going to do that on this one first. I can't do this on a black background. So the middle. A little bit more. So this is how the zeroing ruler works. Is the zeros right here in the center. And so you just move the ruler back and forth until you have the same amount on each side of the zero. And in this case, it's 1 1/8 inches to the left, 1 1/8 inches to the right. And then 0 marks your center. Thank you, Gail Augustinelli. First place I'd ever seen a zeroing out ruler, and I was like, what? That saves me a lot of headache. Let's punch the hole. Let's do this here. So you can see what I'm doing. And use it, punch the hole with this piece up here. Okay. I put the eyelet in. Put the pokey part into the eyelet. Give it a squeeze. And voila. There is the eyelet. So that's last week's done. I do have the eyelet already out for this week. So I'm going to put this over somewhere. I don't know where to put it. Okay, we'll put it down there. I want it to be within reach, but yeah. So just randomly picking Jack of Spades is who we're doing this week. Oh boy, sanding block didn't get put away, and so he's now lost on my desk somewhere. So trying something else I had in the drawer, but it's too hard to handle for this particular job. Wait, I think I see it. Yep. I was going to get emery boards, nail files. Those are my backup plan for this kind of stuff. being stubborn. Normally I don't have to apply this much pressure. My goodness. Okay. And I think because I'm going to be using this for this every week, I'm going to stick my sanding block in the box so that I'll know where it's at. All right, so this week's prompt is the color or the fruit. Orange. Not my favorite color, so it was a little bit of a struggle for me because I don't have a lot of orange stuff. Sorry. Man, must have been, I think I inhaled some of that. Some of the dust from sanding that. So these little, they're for origami, but I don't do origami, so I have a craft room. So see, these are some of the orange items that I did find. Orange ribbon. I have yellow and orange string. This is a carryover from last week. One of the oh, that's part of the problem. That was a big part of the problem. I had 2 cards there. I also have this envelope of just random stuff sitting on my desk that's got some orange stuff in it. That would be too big to put on there. So yeah, this is just stuff like last time I cleaned my desk. This is all stuff that just, it doesn't really have a home. Just random bits and bobs. So I just put them in a little homemade envelope there. One that I made with scrapbook paper. And it's just gonna hang out somewhere, wherever I put it. Okay, so my throat is really tickly. Let's bring out one of my some of my spray colors too. Pull this back out. This is Distress Spray Wild Honey. That is, its color's kind of a yellowy orange. And I don't want to saturate it. I just want to give it a little, and you can see I put Like I said, I punched circles out of paper and then sprayed the paper and glued that on top. So when I'm looking down on top of the bottles, I know what color they are. Okay, so that's all I want to do with this for right now. Let me mute you so I can run the heat gun real quick. All right. No, bumped it with my leg again. So I'll go this side. Because last week I put the paper on this side. So let's do it on this side this time. I'm going to cut it or glue it. I'm not going to go all the way out to the edge out here because that part's going to be overhanging. That's probably even still too far over. And I did a boo-boo last week. I was in here crafting and then finally got the plan that I was working on to finally come to fruition. And so I was like, oh, okay, let me get dressed and head out the door. Totally forgot to close my glue. And then yesterday, we were gone out of town and went to visit my in-laws. Didn't even realize it till I got home late last night that I'd left my glue open since Friday. Definitely need to stop doing that. My glue was very before I filled the bottle, opened a new bottle and filled that one up. The one that was in there was so thick. And I didn't realize that that's why I was struggling so much until I refilled it. And I was like, whoa. So yeah, I think the stuff that was in there before had been exposed to almost said to sun, exposed to air just a little too much. And yeah, it got a little stiff. To fix that, you can add a little acetone to it, but I don't paint my nails, so acetone is not something I have readily available. I think it might be high time I go buy, at least a little bottle. It was kind of funny. My husband and his friend were out in the garage working on the buggy, working on the engine for the buggy. And I don't know what it was but his friend asked him if he had any acetone. He was like, no. He goes, how about your wife? She doesn't paint her nails. I just thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, yeah. I'm not a big girly girl. I don't wear makeup. I don't dye, perm, curl my hair. Uh, I don't have any fingernails to paint, even if I wanted to. They've become so brittle over the last year that, there's kind of little nubbies. Um, but I really kind of sucked at it anyway. The only way I would really go back to even considering painting my nails would be if I did like the gel kind, where you put the acrylic the stuff on and you cure it, and then you just sprinkle the glittery stuff on it, or I'm not a big fan of press on, so probably would not do that. I took all this stuff out. Now I'm like, not all this is gonna fit on here. So I took this out of my die cuts because I thought I can. Every time I go to get a heart shaped anything, I'm like, oh, but it's orange. So I thought, oh, it's Orange Week, so why don't we pull this out and use it? I mean, I guess I could do it as a background, sort of. It does cover ever so slightly. Well, completely covers the J there. The Jack, all right, go this way. Yeah, we can go that way. And I'm not going to worry about saving the part that I'll be cutting off. I said I did these in orange, and it's like the only color that's left in the envelope of the ones that I stamped out or cut out from my die cut machine from my Sizzix a long time ago. It's the only one that's left. Well, it's the only color that's left, I should say. There's like 10 of them in there. I'm like, but they're orange. My tummy is growling. Yeah. I had a moment where I thought, oh, maybe I'll just leave it, and let it, go beyond the barriers. I'm going to stick this in here just in case. That might be my element that carries over into next week. I don't know. Glue. I have felt so yucky the last couple of days, and I think I finally am on the end of that. I was feeling like it was never going to end. Still don't feel too good, but I was able to take 2 Tylenol instead of 3. Darned it, I'm out of water. Let's see if I can figure out. Oh, that wasn't so hard. I was expecting it to be a little more difficult to fit through there. Now we're flowing. I'm going to put this at an angle. And this. Right in there. Okay. Could not get that string off. That back kept sticking and then just sticking and sticking some more. So I did have this little piece of satin ribbon. It's going to keep getting smaller if I keep pulling strings. Get some more glue under a couple of these. Come on. I have a hitchhiker friend. Do I want to put it anywhere? I want to cover up this video one. I don't think I'm going to use that. Let's get my 0 ruler out again. 1 1/8. Now that I know that about this card. Punch my hole right there. Okay. Grab my setter that keeps trying to fall onto the floor. Recap my glue before I forget. Put these back in this box. Who knows? I may use them later. Again, punch the hole first. Come here, Mr. Eyelet. This is as close to orange as I could find. It's kind of an orange, kind of a goldy orange, like a golden bronze. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. This back in there. Put the little flippies down. Close that. Back on its shelf. So what I'm working out of is I have this little bowl full of multicolors of eyelets. So I'm going to try to use these for this challenge. So I'm going to leave them in here as well. Now, what people that are doing this challenge have been doing, as well as Shinuki herself, is using these metal rings, you know, to hold her whole set. Well, I only have 3 little ones. I need to go buy a big one before I can put them on a ring. So for now, they're just being stored in the back of the box here. But here is week 2, prompt color orange, carried over this fabric. There's my item for each day of each week of the year is a postal stamp. There we go. Ooh, there. So thanks for watching, and we shall talk to you in the next video. Bye.